happy weekend. I'm Kristen Talent. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. Here's a look at some of the stories that we're following. A Fox 13 viewer shares this video on our Facebook page, but our own investigation shows things may not be quite as they seem.
Obviously, they would like to be involved in the process and certainly should have a right to be involved.
The family of a slain Mississippi man is demanding answers this morning as they say the court is keeping information from them. And celebrating an anniversary, we'll share some interesting facts about the Holiday Inn. But first, let's head over to the Weather Center to check in on our Windy Nations. Wendy, it has been kind of toasty and humid this week.
And you know what? You stepped out early this morning and the temperatures are already in the 70s. Yeah, in fact, the temperatures really didn't drop off too much from last night till the present hour. We're under cloudy skies for the Mid-South, but let me show you what's happening just to our neighbors to our north. Checking in with the satellite radar imagery, can you see all of the rain that stretches all the way from Oklahoma through Fort Smith, tracks through Jonesboro, Arkansas, and into the Missouri Boot Hill? Zooming in a little closer, those are some strong storm skies, and they're lifting to the north and to the east, which has prompted flash flood watch boxes. And they picked up over 4 inches of rainfall in the past 24 hours. And in fact, when you take a look at these cloud tops, they're pretty active. A lot of lightning strikes associated with that. Now, the big question is, will it move into the Mid-South? Well, we're seeing the clouds being pushed out ahead of this boundary. I don't even want to say a cold front because it's not going to drop temperatures off much at all. But we're going to see our good chance of finding some scattered showers and maybe some heavy rainfall later in the afternoon. The current readings right now, 77 degrees, and we'll warm to about an afternoon high temperature of 91 with a heat index still high in the triple digits. But I don't think, because of the clouds and the imminent rainfall, they're going to worry about the heat advisory for today. But if you have outdoor plans, keep a watchful eye to the sky. I will as well. We are expecting more rainfall later in the afternoon, and we'll talk about that in greater detail coming up in your full weather forecast.
All right, thanks so much, Wendy. First on Fox this morning, a viewer posted this video on our MyFox Memphis Facebook page, and at first glance, it appears to show police using excessive force while making an arrest. But Memphis police say what you're looking at does not tell the whole story. In fact, the Memphis Police Department cleared the officers involved of any wrongdoing after investigating this incident that happened back in April. Now, we obtained the arrest affidavit, and records show the officers involved were making a traffic stop on Raleigh Frazier when they approached the car. Officers say they smelled marijuana. The passenger was asked to get out of the car, but police say he attacked the officer and tried to run off. Fox 13's Matt Guerin takes us through what happened next.
I tell that man to stay still, man.
Bystanders warning the man to stop struggling with police. The grainy cell phone video was shot across the street as officers struggled to arrest the passenger of the car they pulled over. About 30 seconds into the video, you see an officer reach for his service baton. He strikes the man 3 times.
Damn!
Police say the man on the ground is 23-year-old Tyrese Bledsoe. This is his booking photo from his arrest that day. Memphis police say the use of force was justified. In an affidavit of complaint, the arresting officer says he struck Bledsoe on the arm and the thigh. One of the officers says Bledsoe bit his arm. The officer was treated on the scene. And the officers searched the car and found bags of marijuana and pills. Tyrese Bledsoe is facing several charges, including aggravated assault and possession of drugs with the intent to sell. His mother filed a complaint with MPD's Internal Affairs Squad. While Bledsoe is wearing a neck brace in his mugshot, police say there's no evidence he was struck in the head. Investigators looked at this video and reviewed other evidence, and they cleared the officers involved. Matt Guerin, Fox 13 News.
All right, though some people might find the video disturbing, an MPD spokeswoman tells us officers may use a reasonable amount of force if they deem it is necessary to make an arrest. Now, you can find the full video on our MyFox Memphis Facebook page. We encourage you to participate in the 2-screen experience this morning by logging on and liking our page. And also an update, you can follow us on Twitter at MyFoxMemphis. Well, week one of class is in the books for the unified school system, but one city leader is bringing up a new set of questions surrounding student safety. Earlier this week, the city's chief administrative officer, George Little, sent a memo to city administration expressing concern about whether the Shelby County Sheriff's Office could keep the unified school system's nearly 140,000 students safe. Now, you might remember the agreement is for the Sheriff's Office to take over the responsibility of securing the schools. Both MPD and the Sheriff's Office admit that there are some hiccups to be worked out. Memphis Police will leave its officers in schools until the end of the semester, but the two departments say they are willing to work together to work out those kinks.
We rolled out two ready response teams consisting of 4 officers and 1 sergeant, continually patrolling in the city of Memphis around those school areas.
This is something that there's no way in the world that we were going to be able to pull something as massive as this off with a couple of hiccups in the road, and that's exactly what this is. We're going to treat it as such, and we're going to work through it.
Fox 13 has learned that there will be 43 sheriff's deputies stationed in those schools. 33 of the deputies will be located inside of the schools within the city limits. There will also be a new ready response unit. And while city leaders debate school security, it seemed that most parents were focused on busing issues this week. County schools admitted to having problems with busing students to and from school. Late buses due to routes accommodating 3 different bell schedules and delays caused by students getting on the wrong buses. Those are just a couple of the concerns from this week. Letters have been sent home explaining this issue, but parents, if you do have any problems, school leaders want you to continue to call the school systems Department of Transportation. That number 901-321-2280. And how about this? A new report shows that Tennessee kicked off the latest fiscal year with a few extra $1 million to play with. The state finished the budget year with a $42 million surplus in the general fund. Now, what this means is that the state brought in more money than it spent during the 2012-2013 budget year. During that time, sales tax grew by 1.8% and corporate taxes increased by 9%. No word yet on what Governor Haslam plans to do with the extra money. And while the state is seeing green, the county pension fund saw a slight drop in its value. Our news partners at the Memphis Daily News found that the fund decreased from being valued at about $1.3 billion in May to just $1 billion in June. Not all bad news, though, as the only time the fund's value has been this high was back in 2007. The fund is what is used to pay out benefits to those retirees who worked for the county. And the last year has been a good one for real estate agents in the Memphis area as home sales are on the rise. The Memphis Area Association of Realtors says about 1,714 sales were recorded in the area. That's up nearly 23% from last July. Realtors also saw a rise in the average sales price. So far this year, nearly 9,500 homes have been sold in the Memphis metro area. That's about 1,000 less than last year. And a quick fun fact for you this morning. 59 years ago this week, Holiday Inn opened its first motel right here in Memphis. Can you believe that? I had no clue. What's now known as a mega hotel chain. We know that Holiday Inn is all over the place. And the first Holiday Inn, it was located on Summer Avenue. How about that, Wendy? Did you know that? I did not know that.
Yeah, because there's the Holiday Inn that was just right across the street from us, on the University of Memphis campus.
Sure.
I want to say Memphis State every time.
Exactly.
I can't get away from that.
Yeah.
And they have a museum kind of upstairs when you go and you stay in there. It's really cool. It's free. You guys ought to go check it out.
I've been in there several times and I had no clue.
It's really, really nice.
All
and so something else to be proud of for your beautiful city of Memphis. Take a look right now at our Skycam. Isn't that beautiful? Skycam is showing we have a beautiful sunrise coming up for the Mid-South. But boy, we're going to be in for some changes, Kristen. If you're going to get out your running shoes, run in the next couple of hours before the rain sets in. We'll talk about that coming up.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Wendy. Also coming up, getting involved in your child's education. Find out ways busy parents can stay connected to the classroom and the positive effects that it can have. You're watching Fox 13. Good morning, Memphis.
and it's going to be a beautiful day to go for a run, especially this early morning at 8 o'clock. The 14th annual Celebrate Mumford 5K and Family Fun Run kicks off, and it's going to be a great start to the morning because the rain is just to the north of us. Right now in Covington, everything looks pretty nice. We're starting off with partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies, and the temperature is pretty pleasant, 75 degrees. It feels like 79 because you factor in the heat and the humidity, and yeah, you can talk about the heat and humidity. Even early this morning, the winds are out of the south at 2 miles an hour. Let's show you where the rain is falling across the region. Hey, if you want to find out any of the latest weather information, especially when rain moves into the region and whether or not we'll see severe storms, make sure to log on to the Twitter handle account is Windy Weather or Fox 13 and our Facebook page. We'd love to see you there. Rain is moving across the region, is tracking all the way from Arkansas across Fort Smith, and then up through Jonesboro, lifting up into the Missouri Boot Heel. This is falling on areas that have already picked up 4 inches of rainfall, in some instances 6 inches of rainfall. So there are flash flood warning boxes just north of Jonesboro. Dyersburg receiving some heavy rainfall. Most of the Mid-South viewing region is rain-free, but we're going to see clouds increase and kind of be pushed down to the south out ahead of this frontal boundary. You can see the higher cloud tops with a lot of lightning strikes associated with it. These are not strong storms, but they're putting down a lot of copious amounts of rainfall, a lot of heavy rain. Right now in the Mid-South, under partly cloudy skies, our temperatures are in the mid-70s, and it's pretty nice. Zooming out for you, you can see that we've got almost a gravy train of moisture. That's from Jim Cantori. I borrowed that from him. It stretches all the way from Oklahoma and the Texas Panhandle, lifts all the way through Kentucky, and it's associated with a frontal boundary and is separating the warm, moist, humid air to the south to the cooler and drier air to our north. We will remain in the warm, moist region today. That frontal boundary is stationary front. You're not going to see much of a change from today's weather map to tomorrow's weather map, and that means we're going to keep the rain chances in the forecast over the weekend. This is our best chance of finding rainfall, noticing that the frontal boundary kind of hugs right above the Arkansas and the Missouri border, and it lingers all the way just to the north of the Memphis and north of I-40 to the Tennessee and Kentucky line. So throughout the day, keep your umbrella handy and keep a watchful eye to the sky. We might find some scattered showers and locally heavy rainfall. Now, as we move into Sunday morning, we'll keep rain over us again because the stationary front doesn't move anywhere time soon. And we keep rain into the forecast as we move into Sunday evening. So here's a look at the forecast and how you can plan your day and what you need to wear. Rain chances throughout today, 50% chance of finding scattered showers and some isolated thunderstorms. Your afternoon high temperature reaches 91 degrees. Winds out of the east, shifting to the northeast tonight. Overnight temperature around 75 and mild. And we do receive some relief from the heat as we head into next week. Temperatures in the 90s and the afternoon highs as we head into midweek, and we drop the rain chances 80 degrees. I love that. Kristen, you see those 80s popping back up? I'm doing a happy dance over here.
For dancing when it's cooler, and we'll take 80s for sure. Wendy, thanks so much. All right, so the start of the new school year gives parents a chance to make a difference in their child's classroom performance. And this morning we're talking about the importance of parental involvement and how it can lead to a child's success. Shay Demi is with us this morning. She's a mom who has some easy advice on how parents can stay involved. Good morning, Shay. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so your child actually attends KIPP, and we know that you have a son, and KIPP is a charter school, and parents are expected to play a part in their child's education at KIPP, right? How do you guys do that there?
Well, KIPP really makes it easy for us. There are various areas that we're able to volunteer, whether it's in with the PTO or with Parent University, or for those parents that work the 8 to 5 or the 9 to 5. We have things that they're actually able to do before and after their work hours, where they can work from home.
So it gives people a lot of options. And a big question, have you seen a change in your son since you've become so involved?
Yes, because I'm there and because he knows that my mom or dad is somewhere around, it makes him thrive better. I've noticed that he works harder. The teachers it motivates the teachers just seeing parents being involved in their child's education.
And then the kids also know, Mom is coming to check up on me,
Yes.
so I better be
never
good.
know where I may be.
Exactly. Do you have any tips for parents this morning who, might be busy or they're working parents and they're kind of thinking, you know what, I don't have a lot of time, how can I get involved?
I encourage parents to speak with your school leader, get with your PTO president. There are various ways that you could get involved in your child's education, whether it's doing things from home, sending out various texts for so many different things. The school system really make it easy for us to just get involved. Just speak to your school leaders. Just get involved in your child's education.
And literally, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, lunchtime visits, it all really makes a difference,
It makes a
doesn't
big
it?
difference.
All right, well, Shay, thanks so much for getting up early on your Saturday. I know you're a busy mom, but we sure appreciate you coming in and sharing some of that advice with the parents watching this morning. Thanks so much. Have a good
again
Saturday.
For having me. You too.
All right, so coming up, Fox 13 Scott Mattis wants to help you make your downtown Memphis photo the best one yet. He's going to teach us the tricks of the pros. That's coming up with Scott's Shots. And the mentoring program offers support to aspiring female technology leaders. We're going to tell you about a Memphis company that's promoting girl power. You're watching Fox 13's Good Morning Memphis. Stick around. We're back in a couple of minutes. Welcome back to Good Morning Memphis. So glad you're here with us on your Saturday. Hey, did you know this? Only 3% of private technology companies are run by women. But listen to this part. They generate 35% higher returns on investment than their male counterparts. Upstart Memphis is ready to take big risks, solve big problems, and help female startup founders. Fox 13's Brooke Thomas shows us how this program is recruiting a few good women.
Upstart initially started because we noticed that there was a lack of women in the entrepreneurial community of Memphis. We had a lot of diversity, but we were lacking these women with their great ideas and their perspective.
Upstart crams a year worth of mentor-driven practices into 3 months, going over details that would be lost to many women without this sort of program.
Women are scared to enter. They haven't seen it done before. There aren't a lot of role models out there.
After a large application pool and a lengthy process, 4 teams were chosen.
Hi, I'm Winnie Stova, founder of the DigiArt Trade.
Teams like DigiArt Trade get $15,000 to get their ventures up and running, and at the end of the program, they'll pitch to investors.
We believe that creative expression is a requisite of happiness. And so if you're looking to fill your empty walls, or maybe you have some artwork sitting in a basement, or you're warehousing it, collecting dust, or maybe you're just tired of the typical office art that you have hanging around, DigiArt Trade provides original artwork to your business by our unique trading and lending program.
Zakiah Daniels is the founder of Style Crook, a fashion retail marketplace that combines gaming and shopping.
And we are a web and mobile-based retail marketplace with a twist. We provide our technology called Q2S, which is Quick to Steal technology, is integrated into the website, which allows our users to stalk, steal, spy, and swipe items from other users.
When you're ready to wear your earphones, you can snap them behind in the second one.
Would you try high fashion earphones? Kelly Mead thinks her company has the potential to launch $1 billion market.
We are a brand of earphones that is combining fashion with functionality. In essence, we are revealing the new look of sound.
Through the Upstart Accelerator, these future entrepreneurs are given all the resources they need to increase their chance of success, from business plans to the perfect pitch.
I am just so grateful that I was invited here, and that a group of individuals have actually seen my vision, and the resources they're providing is going to be invaluable, and the knowledge. So I'm just happy to be part of Upstart Memphis.
For me, I just hope to really embrace the community and reach out to other communities as well and just learn from the entire program.
Women can become involved, and they have a lot to offer to our community.
All right, and that was Brooke Thomas reporting. In October, these women will pitch their companies to investors in hopes of taking their ideas to the next level. Of course, we wish them the best of luck. And switching gears now, Fox 13's Ernie Freeman introduces us to our Hero of the Week.
You're looking at this week's Hero of the Week. Terrell Fox, a decorated veteran of the Iraq War and a proud private first-class U.S. Marine. Hoorah! Good morning to Terrell. Thanks for coming on this way. First of all, did I get that right?
Yes, sir. You get it right.
How do you say it?
Hoorah!
Hoorah! All right.
Yeah.
So you served in the Marine Corps during Iraqi freedom.
Yes, I did.
What was that like?
Well, you know, going in, honestly, I wasn't scared. I knew what I was. You know, I was well prepared, well trained by some real devil dogs out there. And so, you know, I got there with the intentions to do a job, you know, and I came back home. I mean, it was different. It was hot. It was pressing, but, you know, it was our job. It was our duty. And
we're looking at a picture here of you. What was that blown up ground there?
Actually, I was involved in a rocket attack, and it was about, I would say, a month after we had been in theater. I don't remember much of it because, like, so, I mean, as far as I was told, you know, most people wouldn't have survived what I was in, and it just had to be God and the angels protecting me because, of course, the windows was blown out, everything was blown out, a lot of shrapnel, a lot of metal. I remember my body smoking in a Marine about 5'2", Corporal Carretero that pulled me out of there. And so, you know, it was crazy, but those images I'll never forget.
Well, we're glad you survived that, glad you made it back home, and you're from a military family. I'm sure they were glad that you came back home, too.
Oh, yes. My father, you know, he was very proud. Rest in peace to my mother. She's a deceased veteran also, so she served, and my father actually went to the first Iraq War. So, you know, for him, I think it was a proud moment, and of course with me going through the things I went through, some of it the family doesn't even know, you know, because they weren't there, but you know, of course now they look back at it, and I think at least, you know, I might not hear it as much, but I'm sure they're proud of me. So.
Well, what are you up to these days, Terrell?
These days, I'm producing music. I have a recording studio, and I have a group currently, Sticky and Ill. That's Sticky N-I-L-L, and I'm currently trying to get these guys a deal on the table. I mean, they hide, and it's like God let me survive for a reason. So right now, you know, I'm using what I know, what I went to school for, and I'm just pushing forward with the music and graphics. So, you know, trying to do something in the community.
Well, welcome back home, and good luck with your next career. And as always, we appreciate your service, man. Good job.
Thank you very much.
U.S. Marine Corps.
Hoorah.
That's right. Semper Fi.
Semper Fi. Shout out to all the Marines out there, too. Gotta say that. Gotta say that. The whole CSSB 7.